do you say we play some SCAC basketball?
Hello, basketball fans, and welcome to the beautiful campus of Trinity University in the heart of San Antonio, Texas. I'm Brian Yanselson, and I will be your broadcaster for this tremendous weekend we have on tap for you. 12 teams, 10 games over 3 days, all inside CalGuard Gym, and every second will be right here on Tiger Network. The first matchup of the weekend, the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs and the University of Dallas Crusaders, the number 5 seed against the number 4 seed, and we are just about ready for tip-off. That is Taylor Skirka, that is Imani Harden at center court on the Tiger. And as the official lifts the ball up, we are officially underway. The Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference Championships right here in San Antonio. Should be a fun one. Thanks for joining me. Texas Lutheran, the 4 seed in this tournament. Dallas, the 5 seed. And you've got Kaylee Mulkey, who often handles the ball for Texas Lutheran on this first possession. Finds Sansano, thought about a 3, now drives, drops it off for Skirka, and an early basket for the graduate senior from New Braunfels, Texas. These are two teams that are quite familiar with one another. Of course, in the SCAC, everyone plays each other twice, and here Texas Lutheran gets a steal. Sansano all by herself. Can't get it to go, but the offensive board goes to Mulkey, and the Bulldogs will get another opportunity. Dallas beat Texas Lutheran to start conference play back in December. Really kick-started the Crusader season, but then the last time the Bulldogs and Crusaders went off, the Bulldogs absolutely exploded from offense. Both coaches expecting a very tight matchup, and here a shot clock violation will give the ball right back to Dallas. Maria DeSenta slowly gets it into Caroline Croft, a starting lineup for Dallas that has 3 freshmen: Caroline Croft, Maria DeSenta, Tessa Hastings, Alyssa Sullivan, and Imani Harden, the starting 5 for Dallas. Alvarez finds Hastings from deep, rattles out, and the board goes to Sydney Shaw. Expect to see a lot of 3-point shots put up by the Crusaders. They are one of the best at it. With just about 2 minutes gone by here in San Antonio, TLU with a 2-0 lead. Sansano hit, her pass is intercepted, going to be taken the other way. Alvarez, the patient drive, and she'll head to the line for a pair of free throws. Foul will go against Lacey, her first. And correction there, that's actually Maria DeSenta with the free throws coming up. First one goes down for her. DeSenta, the freshman from Allen, Texas. Both free throws go down for her, and it's all tied up at 2 with 2 minutes gone by. You can see Coach Troy Patterson giving directions to his Bulldogs in his 2nd season as head coach. Meanwhile, Bree Sims over there for Dallas in her 4th year. Mulkey finds Shaw. Shot clock at 10. Swings it over to Mulkey. Mulkey trying to turn the corner, loses the ball, and then contact going to be called. Thought she may have lost the ball before the contact, but the official says the contact caused the loose ball. We'll get a good look at it here. Foul will go against number 21, Tessa Hastings, sending Mulkey to the line. Already mentioned one New Braunfels native in Skirka. You have another right here in Mulkey. And Mulkey, a New Braunfels unicorn. Lots of Bulldogs that are from around here. Local high schools, or they're from San Antonio. And that's why you have a pretty good crowd on hand for this neutral game at Trinity University at this 12 p.m. hour. Bulldogs press, working again to perfection. Sansano has a break, gets it off the glass and down, takes the contact, and she'll head to the line. Lauren Sansano showing what she can do defensively and offensively. Free throw goes down for Sansano. Just a freshman for Troy Patterson, and already leading the way in many different ways. The press here causing trouble for Dallas, but they get it across. Now Croft handles it and is going to try to set up her offense, but look at the relentless effort of TLU all over Dallas. Can Hastings find some space, drives, and draws the foul? You're seeing it early, folks. If you have never seen Texas Lutheran play, one word comes to mind: defense. They lead the conference in points allowed, just 55 points a game. It is tremendously difficult to score on the black and gold. And it's a team that's feeling very good about themselves as Hastings rolls home 2 free throws to pull Dallas within 3. Early 7-4 lead for Texas Lutheran. The Bulldogs beating Colorado College in Seguin just a couple of weeks ago, and then following it up with a couple of close losses to Trinity and Schreiner, each of those by 2 points. So that's the 3 best teams in the conference that Texas Lutheran nearly beat all of them. Trying to make some noise in this tournament. Sansano looking for help, loses the dribble, but finds Shaw for the mid-range look. A little short for her. Rebound cleared out by Hastings, and here comes Dallas. Posting up here is Sullivan. Now back to the top of the key where a travel is going to be called. DeCenta shifted her feet a little too early. It'll allow for the first substitutions of the game. TLU going with something we've become familiar with. 5 at a time that Troy Patterson likes to change. Meanwhile, for Dallas, just a couple of substitutions. So right now for TLU handling the ball, Angelina Sotelo. Utilizing a screen of Tanise Merrig. Now she's caught at the free throw line, gets it eventually over to Merrig, who is posting up off the glass, won't go. But a couple of free throws coming up for Tanise Merrig. That replay shows that late contact there. Team foul number 3 already for Dallas. Merrick's first free throw goes down. The junior from Spring Branch, Texas. A valuable member of the basketball team and of the volleyball team. One of the better athletes you will see in this conference. I've been lucky enough to call her volleyball games and now her basketball games, and she is a special one. Gets both free throws to go to expand TLU's lead to 5. Now a ball bounces off to the sideline. It'll stay with Dallas, so as Harden checks out in favor of Bailey Melton. Tapia guarding the inbound, but it does find Hastings. Alvarez newly into the game. You want to talk about a spark off the bench. Look no further than right here. Her three's no good. The offensive board for the moment, but instead a foul going to be called on Hastings. That'll send it to Texas Lutheran. So that'll be the 4th team foul on Dallas. That one coming on the loose ball. Maria DeCenta back in. Sotelo directing traffic here, utilizing a screen from Jones. Now loses the dribble, and she's in some trouble. Finds some help with Morado. Now the pass down low won't go through. Dallas trying to run before the TLU press can get set. Merrick blocks the baseline, and the TLU bench loving that effort. Dallas forced to reset here. Caroline Croft going with Bailey Melton in the pick and roll. Here is Melton, goes right, strong to the rim, and here comes another foul. Offensive this time. Juliana Tapia getting in position. Dallas now has to be careful with 5 fouls already. TLU will gladly take some trips to the line to wrap up this first quarter halfway through, and they have a 5-point lead. Denise Merrick in the post. Her pass deflected, but right to Daviana Jones, who is pushed out of bounds. What will the call be?
Timeout on the floor.
Looks like before the ball went out of bounds, it'll be a foul on number 33, Bailey Melton. We'll get a great look at it here on the replay. Didn't allow Daviana Jones to really handle her position. And it leaves us at the 4:50 mark. Texas Lutheran 9, Dallas 4. As we start this Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference weekend. So happy to have all of these teams in the gym, and they are thrilled to be here. Very fortunate to say and proud to say that I've gotten to talk to all 12 head coaches that will be here with their teams this weekend. And so all weekend long, I will be bringing you tremendous content, stories, and different facts and figures from every single school. Already mentioned Troy Patterson in his second year, Bree Sims in her fourth year for Dallas. And what we have right here, the two latest SCAC coaches of the year. That's right, Troy Patterson a year ago, winning coach of the year in the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference, led to a program best 13 wins in conference play. And then in the shortened COVID season, Bree Sims leading her squad to a coach of the year mark. She had 4 wins in that really short season, so the record was 4-6. May not stand out to many, but with this program that has struggled to get wins on the board in the last several years, those 4 showed that Bree Sims was here and she was here to play. And already taking a team with 10 freshmen, no seniors, to the SCAC tournament for the very first time since 2017. She was thrilled to be here this morning. And it was funny to see everybody getting accustomed to the gym, finding their locker room with 12 teams in the house. It's hard to see where everyone's supposed to go. So much action. But these teams settling into the first quarter. TLU, the first to double digits here. And the second free throw, just like the first, goes down for Daviana Jones. Daviana Jones gets in front of that one, but she also steps out of bounds, so it'll stay with the blue and white. Dallas has not scored in the last 2.5 minutes. And it's something that signals this TLU defense is doing their job. Adrian Alvarez trying to get around, but she will travel in the process. And so far, she is not finding much room. You saw her put up a 3 that didn't go down. She's the sophomore from El Paso, Texas, and she is the leading scorer for these Crusaders. Over 11 points a game. And she comes off the bench for the most part, so looking for some help after that starting unit sets the tone. Nice move, has plenty of room, but couldn't finish there. Alexis Morado did an excellent job getting past the defender. Now Dallas going quickly in the other direction. Imani Harden setting up down low off the glass and good. Imani Harden, the J High School product from right here in Helotes, Texas, a suburb of San Antonio. Big 5'11" down low. She will be a key for Dallas if they want to win. But on the other end, Merrick puts it up. The defense from Harden may have affected that shot. Now a 3 on the way and down for Sotelo. Then she gets right back to defense and a steal into the hands of Sotelo. Pops it out to Jones, spins, finishes, 2 and 1. But before that, she's going to be called for the travel. What a move that is canceled out. Nearly a spectacular highlight in just this first quarter. Clearly, though, TLU feeling good about their opportunities driving past the Crusaders. We've seen the pick and roll action, but not much rolling, just the point guard taking it straight to the rim. This time it'll be DeSenta. We'll try to make a couple of more free throws. Able to get around Merrick there, who will be called for the foul. too strong on that free throw. DeSenta has appeared in 22 games, started in 20 of them. Knocks down that second free throw, and here come the starters back in for Texas Lutheran. The second unit doing a great job expanding the lead to 7, and with 3:09 to go, TLU 14, Dallas 7. Sansano had 2 screens to choose from, goes right. Lots of action off the ball as Sansano dribbles around. Now Mulkey backs it out. More screen action to free up Sansano. Gives it up to Skirka. It'll be Shaw with 2 left in the shot clock. Someone has to put it up. It's Mulkey. But the shot clock violation called on Texas Lutheran. The Dallas defense stepping up there, trying to give their offense a shot. They've been quiet so far, but just down 7, hanging around. Spot up 3, top of the key, short off the front of the rim. Sansano clears it. Shaw posting up. Her jump shot just bounces out, but the tip out by Mulkey gives Bulldogs another chance. Sansano right back to Mulkey. The 3, drained down by Kaylee Mulkey. Texas Lutheran's leading scorer for a reason. She has had a phenomenal year as a response to her all-SCAC mention last year. And now a travel called on Dallas as the lead is 10 for Texas Lutheran. That very first game that these two teams played, a 5-point win for Dallas, but after that, Texas Lutheran blew the doors off of the Crusaders, winning 85-52. Dallas doing anything to try to avoid that, but right now it's been all TLU. Another 3 coming down. Can't go down this time. And Dallas trying to go quickly in transition, but there's TLU's press. Mulkey strips it away, takes the contact and the foul. That's going to be the 9th Dallas turnover in this first quarter alone.
It will be 2 shots for Kaylee Mulkey.
Brianna Wilson checking in for TLU. As Mulkey takes her time at the line. Last time we saw Mulkey, she didn't do all that great in Calgar Gym against Trinity. That first free throw rolls home for her. She had 3 straight games in single digits, including just 2 against Trinity and 0 against Colorado College, even though Texas Lutheran won. But she is back on pace with 13 points against Schreiner, someone who has had 16 double-digit scoring games. And at one point, she had 8 straight of them. So look no further than Kaylee Mulkey when you're looking for points. TLU up 12 with 1 minute to go. And Dallas just hasn't been able to get many shots up. Imani Hardin will try to get one. She does, and she'll earn 2 free throws as well. But if you look at the box score so far, just 4 shots for Dallas because they've had 8 turnovers. They also have had 6 free throws, so they're getting their fair share at the line. But from the field right now, it has been a struggle for the Crusaders. That first free throw too strong from Hardin. Second free throw also hits the back rim. Dallas cannot creep any closer. And Texas Lutheran will try to cement their status in front to end this first quarter. Sansano puts up the 3 off the left rim. No good. MK Pendergraft gets the ball into Adrian Alvarez's hands, who, like most of Dallas so far, quiet when it comes to points. Turning the corner, Pendergraft gets it to Alvarez. Her three, too strong, and off the top of the backboard. You can see the intention. Get Alvarez the ball, and that has been the successful story for Dallas this year. But right now, not falling for the sophomore. Kayla Presley, newly into the game, working that inbounds with Angelina Sotelo, who gets it over to Kaylee Lacey. Now back to Presley, utilizing that screen. And TLU moving the ball with 6 seconds to go in this quarter. It'll be Mulkey, loses handle of it. But it was popped out from behind, so TLU will have it with 2.4 in this first quarter. Bounce pass to Wilson. Can she get it up? She does, but it's short. Can't get points on that final possession, but they got 19 of them in that first quarter. A great start for Texas Lutheran over Dallas in this opening match of the SCAC Championships. We'll take a short break on Tiger Network and be right back with you. Welcome back to Tiger Network, where TLU has a 19-7 advantage over Dallas. This is a Dallas team that went 7-9 in SCAC play. What that means for them, 7 wins in conference play. That's more than they had in the previous 3 years combined. Coach Sims really turning around the program, and as you see the bracket on your screen, these teams are fighting for a shot to play the host Trinity Tigers. Everybody who is playing today on this Friday afternoon and then evening will have to win 3 games in 3 days. Dallas trying to be up to the task. The first shot of the second quarter, a 3 that won't go. And this 3-point sharpshooting team of Dallas unable to find the basket from deep so far, 0 for 5. They're the second best 3-point shooting team in the SCAC, but right now TLU's defense suffocating, although it is Harden who rips the ball away with the steal here. Tessa Hastings thought about popping it from 3, tries to get it inside, and it was a tough pass for Ashley Hall to gain control of. Presley finds Mulkey. Wilson working hard down low. Now she steps out for the screen. Lacey over to Mulkey with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Wilson has room to work down low, goes right and gets the foul. You might be able to hear the groans coming from the Dallas sideline. They simply cannot believe it. Did look like some contact there coming from Harden. But Bree Sims, you see her in that bright pink jacket. Had to compliment her on that jacket as I talked to her today. Telling the official what she saw from her defender. But unfortunately for her, it'll still lead to 2 free throws for Brianna Wilson, the freshman from Austin, Texas. Way off on that first free throw. Wilson looks disgusted with that attempt on the free throw, and she has to have her teammates pump her up, saying, "You're good, just rebound on this second one." And she does, nothing but the bottom before she checks out. Wilson, a freshman who has gotten more and more playing time. As the camera pans over here to the left, you'll see her chatting with Troy Patterson, a very experienced head coach who is likely letting her know to calm down. You see her right there over the Dallas marker on the graphic. But as Patterson was turned around, his defense drawing another turnover from Dallas. That is going to be in the double digits now for the Crusaders. Sotelo working with the ball. Change of direction, but an offensive foul on the illegal screen. Sotelo going to be called for that. Tried to put up the pick as she dropped the ball off, but the officials saw it. 20-7, the advantage for Texas Lutheran. Dallas still has not scored in this second quarter, and they have not scored in quite a while. Since early in that first quarter. Will it change here? Yes, it will. Caroline Croft says let's change the dynamic a little bit. The freshman from Bartlett, Illinois, trying to get her offense going. Sansano swings it down, now dribbling to her left. Shaw. Sansano had an opening for a second. Mulkey didn't see her though. Now dumps it off to her. Sansano, the freshman, with the ball into the lane. Kicks it to Skirka, the mid-range. Down for two. So much movement off of the ball for Texas Lutheran. They know what they are doing, and they are executing. Timeout called by Dallas as the TLU lead expands to 22-9. Troy Patterson may be only in his second year as head coach, but he knows this program better than most. He was the assistant coach for Texas Lutheran for 4 years under Mel Dixon, and he was an assistant when this team won the SCAC championship exactly 4 years ago to this day. It was 2019. They were at home in Seguin, and they beat the Trinity Tigers in their home gym for their second ever SCAC championship. They won it back in 2014 inside CalGuard Gym. And so they have to be feeling a little magic in the air. The last time that Trinity hosted this tournament led to a Bulldogs championship. And Coach Patterson saying, this does always feel like a homecoming for me. Coaching at Incarnate Word High School just across the street. If you cross Hildebrand, you will find the home of the Shamrocks, where he coached a 234-67 record. How's that for some wins to very few losses? And he has to be loving what he's seeing. Texas Lutheran trying to earn a rematch with Trinity. And if you were tuning in on Tiger Network just a week ago, what a matchup that was. And everyone you talk to around here thinks that would be an excellent rematch if it does happen. But Dallas hoping to have something to say about it. Coach Sims in that timeout trying to reset her Crusaders, getting it across half court. Hastings trying to make something happen on her own, and she does with the layup. Tessa Hastings, her first two of the game. She averages nearly 10 a game. Look for her to get going if Dallas will win today. Still lots of energy from the Crusader bench. Trying to motivate their defense here. It's Sotelo going on the baseline. Her pass is taken away. Here comes Dallas. 3-on-2. Hastings gets the pass and finishes nearly. Thought that was going to go down. A missed opportunity, but Dallas gets the offensive board. Deep three coming from Croft. Nothing but the bottom. That's 5 quick points for Dallas out of the timeout. Whatever Coach Sims said has been working, and the lead is down to 8 for TLU. Croft playing incredibly aggressive on Sansano. In fact, a little too aggressive in the mind of the official. A push going to be called on Caroline Croft. And it may just be a couple of plays, but there seems to have been an intensity shift after that timeout. Mulkey on the inbound through 2 Dallas defenders, somehow gets it to go. Breaks that little 5-0 Dallas run and back at it in the press. Here's Caroline Croft. Dishes it down low. Ends up with DeSenta. Hastings, top of the key, short. Board, fought for and won by Sotelo. Open transition, won't go on the first one. Daviana Jones can't follow. Sansano trips to the floor. And a foul going to be called as she fell. And the hands on the head of many Dallas players and Coach Sims. They thought Sansano fell. Sarahi Jones was the one who couldn't finish that initial one-on-one look. Then Daviana Jones tried to follow and couldn't. Now a third opportunity coming for TLU. Sansano gets her own pass after the tip-in. She seems to be everywhere, is number 5. Here's number 35 looking for some help. Gets it to 25. Shot clock down to single digits. The floater of a pass. Daviana Jones takes her time, settles, and here's another foul. And this Dallas bench is ready to explode. They are not having any of these calls. You get a close look at it, and the immediate hands up in the air. See it slowing it down there just a bit. Hard to tell if that hand got contact there, but the officials saw it. First free throw, though, no good for Jones. Daviana Jones has stepped it up at the end of this season. In double digits in 5 of her last 8. After doing that no times in her first 12 games. She is unable to connect on her free throws, and then an over-the-back called on the offensive rebound attempt will send it to Dallas. That, by definition, is an over-the-back foul. Thanks for the great look from the control room. This entire weekend will be brought to you by Tiger Network and so many incredible students working every position you can imagine. Also have some staff help today as students are in class at this 12 o'clock hour. So thank you to everyone stepping up, whether it's moving a camera, pushing the switchboard buttons, and getting those terrific replays. Nice dump off, but too short on the layup. Alyssa Sullivan there had a great look thanks to the pass from Caroline Croft, who right now has been the creator. She has turned it up to another level here, finds another open teammate, but it rolls off the rim. And you can hear the groans from the Crusader faithful. They've gotten good looks, but the 10-point lead remains for Texas Lutheran. Jones trying to find position down low. Instead, it'll be Sansano. Now Jones gets it. Crusaders double her and force a travel. Really on both sides of the ball. Energy more present as you get a look at that shuffle on the replay. Much more present is the energy for Dallas in this second quarter. Halfway home. DeSenta off the dribble. Travels right back. So despite their best effort defensively and their offensive game plan working a little bit better, Dallas still with just 7 points in this quarter, 14 in the game. Big reason, just 1 for 7 from the three-point line where they have been so good all year long. Sansano, baseline, looking for help, finds a mid-range look. Too strong there for Jones. And a loose ball foul will give it to Dallas and enter us into a media timeout. Or at least it should. Not sure that the officials have seen it yet. And they're saying, no, we'll keep playing. Normally after the 5-minute mark in each quarter, we take a media timeout, but we keep playing. Getting her own miss and following for 2 there is Ashley Hall. Yet another freshman from Gladstone, Missouri. Now Hall will have the defensive assignment on Shaw. Shaw, great touch to get it down. Bounce pass gets it through the half-court line. Now Croft loses the dribble and gets it to Alvarez. Alvarez driving strong. Can't get it to drop in from the window. And the strong board gathered by Sansano. Open 3. Thought about it for a moment. Now backs it out to Mulkey. The ball never sticks on one side of the court very long with TLU. Sansano falls, but gets it to number 21, who is strong yet again, but a board for Presley. A pass to no one. Sansano did her best to chase it down, but it'll head to Dallas. That's tremendous effort by the freshman, who, like I said earlier, seems to be just about everywhere you turn around. Coach Patterson saying she is mature beyond her years. You would never know that she is just a freshman. Will be a big part of this TLU program for years to come. An open look for Alvarez. Can't get it to go. Offensive board goes to Croft. Senses an opening. The floater too much to the left. So these are open looks that Dallas absolutely has to knock down when you're going up against a stifling defense in TLU. It's very rare to get open opportunities, so when you do get them, just have to capitalize, just like Sansano does there. A very similar floater look, but the difference, TLU gets it to go. The tips continue at the half-court line, and look at that, another turnover, 12 now for Dallas. And that's the same as the lead for Texas Lutheran. It has been the story of the game so far. Dallas turnovers, Dallas missed shots, thanks to a relentless TLU defense. Mulkey surveying her options, now has it to Sansano, utilizing the Jones screen, taking her time, shot clock down to 5. Back to the basket, still 2-1, and an offensive foul going to be called on an elbow thrown from Sansano. So that was really one of the few possessions we've seen where there wasn't a ton of ball movement. Sansano keeping it most of the possession. And it was that late elbow that gets the ball to Dallas. 1 for their last 8. Haven't scored in 2 minutes, have the Crusaders. Pendergraft taken off the dribble. Mulkey has it. Now Sansano has a 3-on-2. She pulls up herself. Little short on the floater attempt this time. Alvarez dribbling through traffic, but her layup attempt won't fall either. Sansano will take her time dribbling up the court. 1.5 minutes left in this first half. It's been all Texas Lutheran. The number 4 seed, finishing the year among the strongest, really, if you look at the conference and how everybody wrapped up. And trying to gain the momentum of the weekend with this win. An offensive board gathered by Shaw. Things have really slowed down offensively for both teams, and on the baseline, a foul. As Mulkey tried to go to the right of the rim. Instead, she will get some free throws. Now feels like an absolutely great moment to mention that while Dallas is very much struggling, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. They got very tough news this week. On Monday in practice, Jordan Gillespie broke her ankle and is unable to join them this weekend. Just a stunning turn of events. Gillespie, one of the best in the conference when it comes to blocks, when it comes to rebounds. A freshman who is vital to this Dallas team. And Coach Sims telling me today that they are without her. So definitely a big absence that they are having to fill. And right now, Texas Lutheran taking full advantage of a depleted Dallas team. A 6-0 run right now. And they have held Dallas off the scoreboard for 3 minutes in a row. Although that might come to an end here with the free throw attempts. And it's like they knew I was going to talk about it right now because Alyssa Sullivan, who misses that first free throw, is the person stepping up for Gillespie in the starting lineup. Sullivan, someone that Coach Sims likes to go to off the bench to provide a spark, stepping into the starting lineup for the first time since January 10th because Gillespie is not in there. And it's just tragic that Gillespie cannot be here. She is one of 2 Crusaders who had played in every single game, had started in every single game, and just really bummed out to see the Crusaders without one of their best. Giving their best effort still, though, as 30 seconds remain on the clock. The pass over to Tapia. Now finds Mulkey around the corner. Her 3 off to the left, but there's a board and a push as Tapia gathered that rebound. The Bulldogs flying to their own misses. That is 8 offensive boards for Texas Lutheran. And a key development as well. 3 fouls on Tessa Hastings, someone they need in there to score. She'll head to the bench with just 18 seconds to go. And it'll be up to the sophomore from San Antonio to try to knock him down. First one rattles out. Tapia has to be happy to see the Crusaders on the court. She had her career high 7 points on December 2nd against them. Can't get either free throw, though. So an opportunity for Dallas to head into the half feeling a little bit better. DeCenta has the ball, spins to the right, and drops it down for 2. Pretty move for DeCenta. Clock ticking down below 5. It'll have to be a heave. Did it go on time? It looks like it did. Sydney Shaw gets the half-court pass from Sansano. And they have not signaled either way. Let's see. Ooh, that is incredibly close. Wow, that is as close as you can get it. I think her fingertips are still on it as the buzzer sounds. We'll stick around with you as they determine what the replay shows, because after this, it'll be halftime. I think right there, you see the fingers on the ball, and that seems to be the call. No, the team's just heading into the locker room. Coach Sims sticking around to see what the call is. There we go, zooming in, and I think those fingertips are, in fact, on the ball when the buzzer sounds red. You see it in the top of your screen, the red. Matching that with the fingers on the ball. Should be no good for Shaw, but the officials are talking it out here. Either way, it would be a big swing. Dallas feeling really good after knocking down a shot. Pulling to within 11 would be a backbreaker to give up that one. And they did not give it up. No good is the call. So TLU 30, Dallas 19. As we head to the halftime break, it'll be 15 minutes in the locker rooms for both teams. So get a break, grab some lunch, and join us on Tiger Network for a day full of quality basketball.
Texas Lutheran's ball.
Welcome back to Tiger Network, where the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs hold a 30-19 advantage over the Dallas Crusaders. TLU the 4 seed in this championship weekend, Dallas the 5 seed, and this is the very first game of 10 that we will have this weekend. We'll see what both teams talked about in the locker room for TLU and for everyone on the court, led by Kaylee Mulkey, 11 points. That's a third of TLU scoring, coming from right here. Mulkey nearly put up a shot, now dribbles it a little bit. Meanwhile, for Dallas, a couple in the box score with 5 points each, but it has been a struggle offensively. Here's Sansano trying to find room against Croft. Croft has defended well, kept Sansano pretty much quiet in the point column, but she has done so much else. Here a short three, but a board that really was won by Mulkey. Might be given to Sansano, we shall see, because Mulkey also has 5 rebounds. She had 3 double-doubles early in the season. She might be on track for one today. The tight pass gets to Shaw. Now Skirka with 2 seconds left, turning the corner, can't get it to go, and the rebound goes to number 24, Alyssa Sullivan. If you tuned in late or weren't around for that very end of the half, you know Alyssa Sullivan is starting today in place of Jordan Gillespie. Here a 3 knocked down by Tessa Hastings. Exactly what Dallas wants to see as they try to make up for the loss of Jordan Gillespie down low. 5 points a game. Almost 8 rebounds and 2 blocks per game not in the lineup for Dallas. So Hastings in there with her first bucket. Gonna have to be huge. A responso from Shaw. Looking calm and collected with the mid-range look. A turnover caught by Shaw. 3-on-1. Although Shaw slows it down. Sansano in the corner. Swings it to Lacey, now to Skirka, and Dallas resets defensively, so good job by them to get back. Shot clock halfway gone as Sansano looks for options, tries to go over the top, now dribbles herself. That's been Shaw's spot over there, but she gives it to Sansano. 3 seconds left, Shaw's gonna have to put it up. Nearly bounces down. And the board fought for by Skirka. Look at that effort by the 5th-year senior. And a brand new clock for TLU to work with. Here's Mulkey. High pass collected and completed by Sydney Shaw, who has come out of the locker room on fire. Skirka hits the deck, forces the jump ball, and it'll go towards Dallas, but the effort is what we have to highlight for Texas Lutheran. And Sydney Shaw, how about a senior showing today? The senior from Lockhart, Texas, had 8 points in her last 6 games combined. Has 8 points for Texas Lutheran today so far. Hastings will be fouled as she goes left. But Sydney Shaw, along with Taylor Skirka, 2 seniors, Skirka the 5th-year senior, the graduate student, described by Coach Patterson as the glue that holds TLU together. And that works kind of well, glue and TLU. But that is what Shaw and Skirka are for this squad. Even when they're not scoring, they will always be starting because of the veteran leadership that they bring. And right now, much more than just words on the court, points as well. Hastings gets the fortuitous bounce on the second free throw after missing 1. She has 3 personal fouls, so keep an eye on that. On a score they absolutely need to have out there if they want to come back in this game. Lead is 11 for TLU with 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. We've got a mix of starters and substitutes in here with Caleb Presley joining the starting unit. Here she finds Mulkey with the shot clock in single digits. Mulkey will have to go. A physical screen delivered, and it clears the path for Mulkey, whose jump shot is silky smooth. Looked like Alvarez there was looking for a call on the screen, but the officials weren't giving it to her. Here, another tip pass and another turnover. And that has really been the problem for Dallas. If you look at that win against TLU back in December, they had 15 turnovers in the entire game. That's the 4th fewest that they have had all season. Well, today already they have 15. So that matches their entire game total from that win. Going to have to really keep it closer to the vest if they're going to win this one. Missed jump shot, but the board by Mulkey, fighting, using all 5'6" of her frame to get the board, and that's something Coach Patterson says. She's just 5'6", but you'll never know it with the rebounds that she is able to get. She should not be able to win against taller players, but yet here she is with 6 rebounds. Sansano doesn't see the clock until the very end, and it'll be a shot clock violation before she got it off. So the Dallas defense still stepping up, doing their part, but the offense hasn't quite matched up. To keep looking at that win, what worked for Dallas? Well, 15 turnovers, and you match that with 16 assists. Can they get one here? Sullivan in the corner. That's going to drain down. Was just about to mention that Dallas in the first half had just 1 assist. What does that mean? Well, a lot of single-handed basketball, not finding open teammates. They're going to have to do that more, finding people in the corners like that to make up this 10-point deficit. In the win against TLU, they had their 4th most assists at 16. So clearly when they're sharing the basketball, it works for them. Merrick down low, bumps into the defender, and an offensive foul called. No, make it a and one opportunity. Thought the Dallas bench was screaming because they were happy, but they were screaming because they were mad. Thought the defender was in position, but clearly you see in the restricted area, Merrick has access to that space, and she certainly finished. Coach Patterson calls a timeout, or more than anything, really points out the media timeout, and I'm pretty sure everyone did not notice that we missed the media timeout in the second quarter, so right now you could even hear the officials saying, "Thanks, Coach, for noting the media timeout," which finds us at TLU 38, Dallas 26, with 4:55 to go. And you have a great look at Coach Sims right there, very vocally leading her squad. Now a hand over to Coach Patterson of TLU, asking both coaches, what is the defining moment of your season? And Coach Patterson saying that it was a loss, actually, that defined TLU season, a 50-42 loss to the University of the Incarnate Word, who's a Division I program here in San Antonio. It was a game that TLU was able to play early in the season, and they almost beat a Division I program. And Coach Patterson said, seeing that they could come close to beating those Cardinals showed that they could beat anyone if they work hard and put in the effort. Meanwhile, for Dallas, another early moment that Coach Sims pointed to as the defining moment of the season, and that was starting 3-2 in conference play. Said that those early wins, no matter who it was against, gave her team the confidence and said, hey, we're pretty good. We can win some games. And they certainly have. 7-9 in conference play. Those 7 wins more than previous 3 seasons combined. So it has just been a remarkable turnaround for Coach Sims in her 4th season leading the Crusaders. Trying to really pump up her team in that timeout. And as we exited, a free throw to complete the 3-point play by Merrick. Now a 13-point lead for Texas Lutheran. It has hung around double digits for a while now. Dallas has never led in this game. Croft finds Sullivan again. Count it again. Alyssa Sullivan is heating up. Her first start since January 10th. Usually a spark off the bench, but right now a much-needed spark for the blue and white. Presley over to Sansano as this Dallas defense tightens up. Merrick looking to set up the screen, and she does. Sansano turning left. Goes to Shaw, floating back. This one won't go, but the board fought for by Merrick will give TLU another shot. That's 12 offensive rebounds by TLU. It'll be Shaw over here near the wing, trying to get it to Merrick, who is posting up. Shot clock down to 3. Mulkey has to put it up. Does. Way off. Shot clock violation on TLU. Daviana Jones checks in favor of Sydney Shaw. Still lots of basketball to play. Over 3.5 to go in San Antonio. Just the first game of this wonderful weekend. Strong drive right. Drops home off the window. Ashley Hall has had a couple of good drives, and the deficit down to 8 as Dallas tries to creep closer here. Mulkey, skip, and a foul. Off the bounce pass to Presley, who takes a second to get up. Third foul on Bailey Melton. Someone else who is helping to fill in for Gillespie. At 6 feet, she provides a lot of size for Coach Sims. Her size here helps defend the TLU shot, and the Crusaders can cut it to 6 or 5 on this possession. Caroline Croft over to Sullivan. Much more rotation and movement for Dallas. Here is the 3. Short. Rebound. Could have gone to TLU had Mulkey let it go, but it stays with them anyway. As that shot from Hall was not touching anything on the rim. Can the Bulldogs settle back in defensively, offensively make it? And that'll be foul number 4 on Melton, who was just a little too eager to disrupt the pass into Merrick, and you'll see she has to check out. So the freshman from Oklahoma City, replaced by Imani Harden. Ball gets away from Merrick. Dallas wants a backcourt violation, but off the inbounds, they are good. Sansano trying to set the table, waving her hand around to direct her teammates. It is Merrick in the post. A beautiful jump shot from Denise Merrick. She can do it all. She can spike a volleyball. She can drain a jumper. Lead back up to double digits. Merrick now all over Hall. Hall still able to get around. The shot won't fall. So the openings have been there for Dallas, but they haven't been able to burst through, as TLU just frustrating them from the start. And that is what this defense does. Looking to Merrick again, but taking too long to make a decision. 5-second violation going to be called on Mulkey. She held the ball and she was defended closely for those 5 seconds, so turn it over to Dallas with under 2 minutes to go. Alvarez down low, in the thick of it, will draw the foul. And if you're Adrian Alvarez and if you're a Crusader fan, you are hopeful that this trip to the line will get the sophomore going. The leading scorer for the Crusaders is without a point to this point. Can she get the first one here? Yes, she can. She scored 13 and 8 points the last 2 times these teams have faced off. And she has been in double digits 12 times. She knows how to find the bottom of the bucket. Gets a pair of free throws here to cut it to 8. And she'll look to make more happen at the end of the third, heading into the fourth. Both coaches expected a grinded out type of match. Neither team wants to work particularly quickly. Here's Daviana Jones. Presley rolling around. Jones has to keep it. Active hands, and there's Alvarez for the steal, and she'll get the foul as Merrick bumps into her. So 2 free throws going down, maybe sparking a little bit for Alvarez defensively as well. Third foul on Merrick, so she'll have to take a seat. Dribbling it up all the way, and then a miscommunication. Trying to get it to Alyssa Sullivan. TLU hanging tough. The lead has been either in double digits or these high single digits for most of the afternoon. Texas Lutheran certainly has no issue using every second of the shot clock on their possessions. Presley crisscrossing, tries to find the rolling Jones. Now she does, and Jones finishes. Daviana Jones with her 4th point of the afternoon. Lead back up to double digits. Kickball. Presley thought she had it for a moment, but it'll stay with the Crusaders. Here comes a charging Alvarez, rejected. Combination of Jones and Skirka, and then a foul on Sansano. So the foul on Alvarez, who, like we said, trying to kickstart a little something, but off the missed basket. Then called for the foul, team foul number 4, but the quarter coming to an end, so those will restart in just about 20 seconds. Sansano giving directions as a trusted point guard, even as a freshman. Coach Patterson doesn't even need to tell her what to say. She just knows what to say. Shot clock and game clock down to 5. Here's Mulkey looking to put it up. Floater from the fadeaway won't go. And that'll be it in the 3rd quarter. Texas Lutheran 43, Dallas 33. The Crusaders have given the Bulldogs some scares, but TLU hanging tough at a 10-point lead. We'll take a quick break on Tiger Network and be right back for the 4th quarter. Kaylee Mulkey still leading the way for all scorers. She's up to 13 points and 7 rebounds. For Dallas, Tessa Hastings making some noise with 8 points. She's back in there, along with the starting unit for the Crusaders, trying to come back down 10. Bree Sims telling me today, she tells her team, this is big girl basketball. It's tournament time. This is a team that has not been used to being in the SCAC tournament. First time appearing here since 2017. That is 6 years as they force a turnover here and try to get out running quickly. DeSenta slows it down, finds Croft. And Dallas looks to set up the offense. It'll be Sullivan taking it herself, drops it in off the glass. Good start for Dallas to the 4th quarter. Most of this roster has not seen tournament basketball. In that COVID-shortened season, Dallas did get to play. But if you ask most people, that was such a unique and rare setup that most don't quite count it. So really, this is the first time in 6 years that Dallas is in the postseason and trying to make it last more than one day. Mid-range look off to the left by Skirka. And Presley, a dangerous decision to let it bounce instead of grabbing the board, but it works out as it stays with TLU. Now Presley will sit down as Kaylee Lacey checks in. Sansano from the corner rattles out. And a foul on TLU, number 15, Skirka. 9 minutes to go. Dallas down 8. Coach Sim saying getting to play this big girl basketball will hopefully inspire her team and be a wake-up call, saying this is why you came to Dallas. You came here because you wanted to compete, and now we're competing, so what can you do with it? Mulkey against 3 Dallas defenders. Had a marvelous move, couldn't finish, but the offensive board will give TLU a pair of free throws. Fourth foul on Caroline Croft, who early on really tried to spark her team to something. That one won't drop for number 12, Daviana Jones. Her streak of double-digit games started against these Crusaders. She has 5 points on the afternoon after that free throw. Had 3 rebounds. Overall solid showing for this TLU team that really utilizes their depth. They're not afraid to go to many of their pieces. DeSenta dribbles through traffic, but it's going to be an offensive foul. And Dallas fans, along with Coach Sims, saying she was in the restricted area. Maybe we can take a quick look at that. And here we go. Nope, she was outside of it. Excellent job by Daviana Jones to get in position defensively. That's the right call by the official. But you can certainly understand the frustration. It's winner go home time. The winner facing Trinity, the loser heading back home. Pass thrown away. We'll give the ball right back to Dallas, so still plenty of time to make something happen. But against a defense that we mentioned at the very top allows just 56 points per game. That is the fewest in the conference. This TLU defense among the best in the country. Top of the key 3 from Alvarez, way off. And it has just not been her day. It was actually Cameron Hill, the head coach of Trinity, who gave one of the highest compliments for TLU, saying, you put this team against anyone in the country. I don't care what the record is. I don't care what the talent says. They can go up with anybody, and it is because of their defense. They just suffocate you, and they get the job done offensively here. Mulkey late in the shot clock gets a lucky bounce to push the lead back up to 11. But it really is evident when you look at that Incarnate Word game, a Division I team that TLU nearly beat here, forcing a backcourt violation, and they are just everywhere you look. And if you joined us last week on Tiger Network, you might remember hearing why the Bulldogs became the Bulldogs back in the 1920s. Their first junior college coach said he wanted his athletes to be tenacious. Well, 100 years later, I think these Bulldogs qualify as tenacious. Holding Dallas to 35 points right now. Daviana Jones spinning around, can't find help, has it tipped away, and Dallas will try to finish this fast break opportunity. Foul will give them 2 free throws as Sansano chased her down quickly.
Number 5, Lauren Sansano, her second. Team foul number 2, it will be 2 shots.
That's the second team foul on Texas Lutheran. First one true for DeSenta. And both are good. So the little seesaw continuing, but not between leads, really between whether it's single digits or double digits. It's just been a wall that has kept TLU up in those mid to high single digits, and here goes Jones to push it back up to double. Can't. Rebound by Harden, and here comes Dallas. Tessa Hastings trying to push the pace, guarded closely by Sansano, so she drops it off to DeSenta. Here's DeSenta. Bounce pass to Alvarez in the paint. Alvarez denied by Lacey, but she gets it right back and blocked again, this time by Sansano. And the ball will stay with Dallas. But the Bulldogs, not necessarily known for their block shots, getting a pair there. And that second one looked to be from the 5'4" Sansano. Harden rolling off the screen. And the contact called by the official before DeSenta could pass it to Ashley Hall there in the corner.
Number 15, Taylor Skirka, that is her third. Team foul number 3.
Dallas has done good work from the free throw line. So that's 3 fouls in the quarter on Texas Lutheran. A couple more will get the Crusaders shooting, but not quite there yet. Here it's Hastings. Gets it to Harden in the post. A good matchup here. And Wilson can't believe it. A push on Brianna Wilson.
Fouls on number 13. Brianna Wilson, her second. Team foul number 4.
Pass gets away from Hall, and that's not what Dallas needed. Now Jones with 3 Bulldogs running the floor. Wilson, Sansano, Lacey from 3, short, but another offensive board. Stop me if you've heard that one before. 15 offensive rebounds for Texas Lutheran. That's going to frustrate Coach Sims endlessly. Because what that signals is the defense has been solid. They just haven't been able to collect the missed shots as that one rattles away, but it'll stay with TLU with 1 second on the clock. Dallas sideline making their team very aware of it. Lacey checks it into Jones, and she doesn't put it up in time. Don't know exactly the count off the top of my head, but that has to be the 3rd or 4th shot clock violation earned by this Dallas defense. So like I said, they've been doing their job on defense. 15 offensive rebounds, though, really killing them off the glass. Tessa Hastings, lots of contact, no call. Harden gets the board, turning the tables a little bit on TLU. Hall calling for it, gets it. Now Harden, doubled in the post, gets her own miss. Harden, strong, will head to the line. Every single time that Imani Harden has gotten the basketball, she has been immediately swarmed with 2 defenders. It very much explains why she has just scored 2 points today, despite averaging 6 a game. But she'll get a chance for a couple more as we head to the last media timeout in San Antonio. TLU 46, Dallas 37. In this opening matchup of the SCAC Championships, we've got St. Thomas and Schreiner coming up after this on the women's side. And then we turn over to the men's side, where we have Centenary against Southwestern, and we have Colorado College against Schreiner. Just an absolutely wonderful day of basketball, and honor to get to bring it to you. Hope you're enjoying every second of it. You can really feel the joy from every team that has made their way to San Antonio. And one of my favorite parts of this all is getting to chat with all the coaches. Even got to chat with some players from the teams that came into town yesterday, chatting with Colorado College players at their practice. It's been since 2014 that San Antonio and Trinity University host this tournament. And 2014, also a very important date. If you're the Dallas Crusaders, that is the last time they won a conference tournament game. So 9 years, and when I told Bree Sims that, she shivered a little bit and said, wow, that gives me goosebumps to think we could win for the first time in 9 years. It'll take a big comeback, but they are battling, that's for sure. 8 points right now after the Imani Harden free throw. Here comes the second. It's good. And the lead is 7 for Texas Lutheran, who is no stranger to these close games. They beat Colorado College by 6. They lost to Trinity by 2. And they lost to Schreiner by 2. Sansano operating, gets it to Wilson, fires it into Jones, patiently waits and gets the bucket to go. That is where Coach Patterson says she has grown the most, learning how to work underneath the basket, and she showed tremendous patience there. Alyssa Sullivan spots up from the corner. That one's too strong, but the board and the putback by Ashley Hall. The offense finding a little rhythm for both teams here late. Jones trying to roll again. This time Dallas blocks it. Wilson, though, finds Jones. Almost the exact same play, and that's the exact same finish. Daviana Jones up to 9 points after a pair of great finishes near the rim. That's another freshman stepping up huge for Texas Lutheran, who defensively now will be called for the foul, and a timeout on the way called by Coach Sims. It's a 9-point lead for Texas Lutheran, trying to hang on and advance to face the host Trinity Tigers. Last year, TLU won a program-best 13 wins in the conference. They earned themselves a bye as the number 2 seed, yet they were upset in their first-round matchup, losing 55-40 to Colorado College. And so after a record-breaking year for TLU, they were sent home early. Trying to flip the script a little bit here, though, in San Antonio. A very proud program who has won 2 conference championships. Not everybody in this conference can say that. This conference has been dominated by Trinity. Austin College has won a championship. Southwestern has sprinkled in a pair as well. But TLU also a mainstay. Just 30 minutes away from their home in Seguin, driving down I-10. They have plenty of fans in the house, always. And they are looking for a win. Meanwhile, Dallas coming down I-35. A little bit of a longer drive, but still not too far. Colorado College, the only team that has to fly in for the weekend, and they have fully arrived, as have every team so far. And actually, hearing that Colorado College may have actually bus down, so we'll have to get confirmation on that. I know the men's team got here very early. Pretty sure they flew maybe the women's team bust. But for now, 3:30 to go between Dallas and TLU, the number 4 versus the number 5. When you're so closely ranked in a tournament like this, you expect a close one, and that's what it's been. Neither team pulling away or falling too far behind, although it has been TLU steadily ahead from the get-go. Swinging the ball around here are the Crusaders. Sullivan now driving in before kicking to Hall. Hall, the runner. Back of the rim, no good, but the board grabbed by Hall for the moment and then given right back to TLU. Jones, look at the aggressiveness from her. And she would have gotten 2 more if not for a timeout from Coach Patterson. But Daviana Jones is putting on some moves right now. We'll take a quick break on Tiger Network as TLU leads by 9 with 3:06 to go. TLU with the ball, up 9, 3 minutes to go. And I know we are being broadcast to a San Antonio-wide audience through Tiger TV as well as Tiger Network, so hello to everyone tuning in to the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference Championships, kicking off with this excellent matchup between the Bulldogs and Crusaders. Here you see the Bulldogs once again taking their time, and as has been the case, Mulkey trying to finish, can't get it to go, and Dallas fights back for the ball. Caroline Croft, careful with the basketball, gets it to Alvarez from deep, no good. Board from Hastings, though. Now Croft into the paint. Hers is too strong as well, but it'll stay with Dallas, who can't get one to fall. But they continue to fight with 2:27 to go. Croft finds Sullivan. That's good for number 24. Alyssa Sullivan providing the exact spark Coach Sims looks for. The junior who has averaged 9 points a game the last 2 years, averaging 8 this season, pulling Dallas to within 7 with 2 minutes to go. Sansano has been so methodical with the ball as the point guard here. She goes left, now loses the dribble. Her bounce pass somehow finds Jones. A tie-up will be a jump ball, and it'll belong to Dallas. Again, don't know how Jones got a hold of that, but she did. But a late push from Alvarez to tie it up and give Dallas possession. So under 2 minutes now, Dallas down 7. Harden, quick move in the post. Draws the foul yet again. Imani Harden, who has been double-teamed all afternoon, trying to take things into her own hands here.
That was number 25, Kaylee Markey. That is her second. It will be 2 shots.
Harden missed 10 games this year due to an ankle sprain. Gets that first free throw to go. Coach Sims saying they thought it was a fracture. They weren't quite sure if they would have her back this year, but thankfully for them, they have her right there, front and center. Her 2 free throws pulled Dallas within 5. 1:40 to go in San Antonio, and it is getting real. Big girl basketball for sure. Sansano pressured by Croft in the backcourt. Able to get past the timeline, now can operate the offense. Fakes the dump off, still has the ball, now gives it to Mulkey. Hastings guarding her closely, but opening for Mulkey, and she gets it through. Kaylee Mulkey not wanting to let this get too close for comfort. That is 17 points for the sophomore from New Braunfels. A unicorn sighting indeed. You're going to get a look at some highlights as the timeout is called on the floor, but we will stick around with you to continue to highlight Mulkey. And you saw that last little look, letting Dallas know what she is doing to them today. 17 points, 7 rebounds, add 2 assists, 4 steals as well. And you can see why the pride of New Braunfels is someone TLU is so excited to have in their program. Just a sophomore, everybody. Already an all-SCAC honorable mention as a freshman. Now the leading scorer as a sophomore. And she still has at least 2 years to go in Seguin. We talked about Dallas being so young with 10 freshmen. Well, don't forget that TLU has 7 freshmen as well. They do have 3 seniors, which Dallas does not have, but this is an incredibly youthful team for TLU. So they are looking to make noise for years to come. Just over a minute to go, TLU holding on to that 7-point lead. Alvarez, fade away, won't go, off the side of the backboard. And now the tie-up is a foul called on Harden and Alvarez there, as they look tired. Alvarez will have to come out. And it has just been a very difficult day from the floor for the leading scorer. Adrian Alvarez 0 for 10 on her field goal attempt, something that you just rarely see. Dallas now will be forced to foul to send TLU to the line with 52 seconds to go. Still have a pair to give, though. All bunched up there at center court. It's Sansano who escapes with it, and she'll be fouled quickly. Fourth foul on Hastings, who has done a good job to stay foul-free, but now listening to coach's directions to try to salvage any sort of chance. First free throw, line drive make for Sansano. Timeout called by Bree Sims here, as the lead balloons to 9 with 51 seconds to go. Lucky for Coach Sims and her Dallas team, with no seniors, this means that they just get to continue building a program that she has built from the bottom up. This 11-13 record that they have gathered this year, their best since 2015, when they were 14-12. That was also the last time Dallas was over 500. And so Irving has been itching for some quality basketball, and Bree Sims delivering. She was an assistant at Hendrix College in Arkansas, also a graduate assistant at Bluffton in Ohio, and she played at UMass Lowell, where she was a terrific three-point shooter. So she has brought a lot of that down to her team, who has been lethal from beyond the arc all year, but today it has been a struggle, just 27%. They'll give it another go here. Hall, short, senses it, grabs her own miss, and a foul called on Lacey, who tried to swat it away. Clearly got some of the hand there. Bounces in after the front rim hit for Hall, who's got 7 points now to go along with 6 rebounds. The freshman from Missouri short on the second one. Rebound corralled by Lacey, and now the foul on Sansano. And if you want anyone at the line, if you're Texas Lutheran, it will absolutely be Sansano. She shoots 91% from the free throw line. Just one of many characteristics that, as a freshman, make her stand out in this conference. Averages 10 points a game, 3 rebounds, and she comes through when you need her most. First one, clean from her. She's had one of her typical days, too. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal to go along with it. So just about every category that you can imagine, she has been filling. Gets 2 free throws to go to keep the lead at 10 for Texas Lutheran. Things obviously have grinded to a halt here. Dallas just trying to cling on to any chance here, down 10 with 41 seconds to go. It has been TLU from the start. They jumped out with a 2-point lead, 2-0. Dallas tied it at 2, but since then, it has been the black and gold from Seguin taking over. After being upset in the tournament in the first round last year, looking to face the host Trinity Tigers, and what a matchup that would be. It would be at 12 p.m. tomorrow. And just a week ago, we saw TLU take Trinity to the brink. It took a Maggie Robbins layup with 3 seconds to go, and then a stop on the other end to secure the victory for the Trinity Tigers. And it's looking like that might be what we have on deck for you tomorrow afternoon. Bree Sims giving an impassioned speech to her team. They break the huddle. And have to say that for Coach Sims, she has received a ton of praise, as I have talked to all 12 coaches this week. Here comes the inbound from Caroline Croft. Asked for it back, but it's Sullivan taking it herself. Now Hastings just no room to work with. Instead, Harden able to seal the deal down low. 8-point game with 34.6 to go, and here's going to be a timeout for Troy Patterson, but this is why we prepare. We have plenty to say, right? So Coach Patterson, Coach Sims will have another chat with their team. But I have to credit Reed Rosales, who will be joining me for the rest of the tournament. He had class at 12 o'clock today, so he couldn't be here for this game, but he will be joining soon. And it was his idea to ask every coach what positive thing they have to say about any other program in the tournament. And every single coach absolutely loved the question. And I didn't get an official tally of how many times each program was mentioned, but what I can tell you for sure is that Bree Sims of Dallas received a hefty amount of praise. The words feisty coming from Stacy Stevens of Shriners, saying that this team never lets you get out of a game without a fight. You look at Kat Menendez of Colorado College, who said Dallas has just improved so much under Bree, knows that they're a dangerous team who really gets after it. Jay Cross of St. Thomas saying Sims is building really something great, and that being a new mom is such a challenge. Sims right now, below that pink jacket, is pregnant, and she is still coaching, and just such a tremendous, tremendous job by her to handle all the different responsibilities that come with being a mom, with being a coach, and a coach of a team that has exceeded expectations, made the tournament for the first time in 6 years, and given a valiant effort here against TLU. Croft gets the layup to go to pull within 8 with 25 seconds to go as the foul game continues. Still some time, but a mountain to climb for sure for Dallas, especially with a free throw shooting team in Texas Lutheran. You got to look well beyond Sansano and look down at the team average, 71% from the free throw line. That is the best in the conference. So if any team is built to win games late, it is Texas Lutheran. Although just as I say that, Mulkey misses that free throw. They are 20 for 27 on the day. Get 21 there, extend the lead to 9. Hastings gets around the corner and gets 2 more to join Sullivan in double digits. That's 10 points for Tessa Hastings. Now Sansano will take another trip to the line.
The line for 2 shots, Lawrence and Sansano.
First one through for Sansano, who hits it in front of a gym that continues to fill up as the day goes along. You have the Trinity Tigers fully present watching this game, awaiting their next opponent. 15 seconds away from finding out for sure. DeCenta giving it a shot, rejected. Harden from beyond mid-range. Don't see that often from her, but she makes it work. Clock ticking down. The foul's not going to be called. And Daviana Jones, it's only fitting. 2 more for her. And that will do it, folks. TLU is going through. The Texas Lutheran Bulldogs get the opening win of the SCAC Championship, 63-54 over Dallas. And they set up a date with the Trinity Tigers. It was Kaylee Mulkey early. It was Kaylee Mulkey often. 18.7 rebounds to lead the way. They held Dallas to just those 54 points on 37% shooting from the field. And they send Dallas home packing after a tremendous season. So congratulations to Dallas, to Coach Bree Sims on everything you accomplished this year. And congratulations to Troy Patterson and the Bulldogs for moving on. We will take a break here in San Antonio and on Tiger Network. The next game scheduled to start at 2, but since this one ran a little bit longer, it should start in about 30 minutes, so stick around, stay tuned, and stay with us for a day full of basketball. Once again, I'm Brian Janselson. See you in a bit.
I'm San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg. I am a Trinity University alum, and I want you to know about my passion for these two vibrant communities. My alma mater is now a nationally recognized liberal arts university, offering fully integrated arts, humanities, STEM, and professional programs. Grounded in the liberal arts, Trinity graduates students who think critically, act meaningfully, and contribute confidently throughout their careers. As for San Antonio, Trinity is an oasis in the heart of a city that serves as a cultural bridge to the Americas. We are a diverse community that values inclusion and welcomes intellectual curiosity and spirited debate. We're a city that challenges convention and welcomes new ideas. Great things are happening at Trinity University, in San Antonio, and through all our connections to our multicultural world. Join me in being part of this exciting moment.